Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, exciting things are happening regarding Throne and Liberty. Today we have get another letter from NCSoft, from producer of the game. You can see here in front of you many interesting details regarding world bosses, dungeons, new regions and much more. So let's study this. For the short period of time during this live stream, I need to show you these details because it's very interesting. So I will just show you most interesting information here. I will not read you full letter here. So let's go right away to Malaka. Is that really name of this this arc boss? Malaka, the eye that watches over death. Okay. Odin, the supreme god of Norse mythology, sacrifices one of his eyes to drink from the spring of knowledge beneath the world tree Yggdrasil. There is also a character in TL who is devoted his eye to gaining endless knowledge. So this is one of the bosses, ARCHBOSSES actually, in TL, which we'll have in the game. This is something brand new. I have to say, I didn't see this art, this graphic design, right? And how is this looking so far? It's looking really good, right? Let's go forward. Let's see what more information we have about this. You know what? One of the minions of Silbaeth, the god of destruction, willingly give one eye to Archdemon in order to gain forbidden knowledge. And those eyes are transformed into monsters under the power of great evil and watch the death of adventurers in the magical wasteland. Malaka, it is written here Malaka. I mean, for everybody from Greece, this is a little bit strange name for a world boss, but it is what it is. Malaka, the Eye of Death, is dimension-hopping being and often summons her alter egos from other spaces. You can cause damage by exploding the clone, and you can also receive damage from the clone. If the clone does not block the energy being fired at Malaka, the player will not be able to handle Malaka's power. So the only way to do is to hit the player instead. However, the careful as it can be, dangerous if the energy beam is hit for too long. So, okay, one of the bosses in Throne and Liberty. Then we have ARCHBOSS Tevin. Tevin, wow, this one is looking so good. Check this out, guys, right? I love this. So, basically, open world bosses raid. Open world bosses raid, you can see here lots of players participating. Let's see what is written here about this ARCHBOSS. So there are bosses and ARCHBOSSES, looks like. Another ARCHBOSS is waiting for you in TL. The name is Tevin, a court wizard who fell into a spell. He was resurrected as a huge skeleton by some kind of power. The physical attacks from his gigantic body are powerful, but as a wizard, he overwhelms players with black magic and powerful curses. As ARCHBOSS or ARCHBOSS is the world's strongest creature, Tevin cannot be defeated with simple methods. The cursed Tevin uses react to water. Tevin's abode is surrounded by circular moat, and Tevin's curse must be purified with the clear water flowing throughout the moat. On the rainy days, the water level of the moat rises, making access easier. However, you must be careful because curses can contaminate water. Okay? Another boss in TL. Then we have a wider world. The vast continent of TL hides countless stories yet to be revealed. What we have here? We have here Canyon of the Orcs, Ponos Basin. This is looking good. Canyon of the Orcs. Okay, so introduction into different kind of regions of TL. The Ponos Basin is a canyon where there is an altar to Ponos Orcs, the fiercest fighters in the history of the Cilician continent. The Raslan Guard is always in a tense standoff to keep an eye on them. There is already a strong scent of battle in the air, right? Well, it's looking like something that scent of the battle is in the air from this environment, right? Environment is looking pretty threatening. Since this is an area where orcs reside, you should give up any thoughts of returning safely. I hope you survive the double axes and firestorms flying from here and there. Good luck. Here we have in Phonos, you experience the power of transcendence that calls for eclipses. What will happen in orcs barracks when darkness subsides? Let's see what we have here. A little bit of art from the game. Occasionally, an ominous light burns in the Ponos Basin. Check out local events to see the festival in flames. Let's check also here. This is actually pretty nice. So today, surprising letter, I would say, from producer of the game, introducing us with different kind of regions and bosses, and not only that, you will see a little bit later, dungeons of Throne and Liberty. The Night of the Beast, Grey Claw Forest. I check what we have here. Some kind of werewolf or something, right? This is looking like some kind of werewolf thing. The Lycan Kovanzuki tribe, oh, I love the name, Lycan Kovanzuki tribe, the original owners of Great Talon Forest, soon lost half of their territory due to human encroachment. Filled with anger, they are engaged in fierce battle with the resistant fighters today. The large bridge leading to the north of Grey Cloud Forest is destroyed. The Komazuki tribe is reluctant to mention the destroyed bridge. You may discover the secrets hidden in Great Talon Forest. Again, you have here a beautiful picture of some kind of, yeah, this is a Lycan, some kind of werewolf, right, attacking humans. You can see actually 3 humans around it. Let's go forward. The chieftain of the Komazuki tribe is the strongest and bravest warrior. It is said that he fears most is human girls. Why? Wait a second, really, again. The chieftain of the Komazuki tribe is the strongest and the bravest warrior. It is said that what he fears the most is human girls. Why? That's interesting. Then we have here Forbidden Zone, a lizard island. Completely different environment. You can see here so many differences in these environments, right? Check out this picture, right? These pictures from this one. Completely different. A lizard island is a volcanic island visible across the Stoneguard Sea. Although it is close to the continent, it cannot be approached carelessly. This is because it is the home of the lizard tribe that moves freely across the sea and land. They are also warlike that any ship crossing the sea must risk being wrecked. Even if you arrive at the island by chance, the island environment will not be easy. What kind of adventure will you encounter among the wild reptilians and the dream poisonous vegetation? Oh, this is looking another beautiful picture. So how are you traveling to that island? There is that flying island thing, right? You can check already dedicated video on my YouTube channel regarding that. You can even fight, you can even PvP on this monster which is flying basically on the sky of TL, and you can actually reach on that way some other areas which you cannot reach normally, right? So we can see also for everybody who is playing Ion, on the sky of Ion, we can see these kind of whales in the sky, right? There is no way to get to Lizard Island using the usual methods. If there was one only way, it would be fly. Is there any way to fly throughout these rough seas? You can see, yeah, this is the way. The most important thing in the growth of Party Instance Dungeon TL is diversity. Now about dungeons. Let's check this out. You can see here they have given us also some interesting information and some beautiful graphics. Look at this. What kind of boss is this, right? This is looking so good, guys, right? And here we have a boss fight again. Here we have a party of 6 players, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we see 5 here. No, 6. I almost didn't see. Look, there is some kind of tank kind of class below the boss. So parties in TL, we have 6 players, which is kind of normal, I would say. In some other games from NCSoft, we have seen usually small parties are contained out of 6 players. The most important thing in the growth of Party Instant Dungeon TL is diversity. We pay attention to the balance and combination of content so that players of any type can continue playing with sense of challenge. Large-scale content such as Adventure Exploration Codex prepared for those who prefer soloing. Tidal's Tower, a personal stage type dungeon, so there will be something for everybody. So something for who likes to play solo, something like Tidal's Tower, personal stage type dungeon, and Siege and Arc Boss for those who like to play with a large community have already been released. The first thing I would like to introduce today is a Party Instance Dungeon optimized for 6-person party play. So nothing strange there, I would like to say, right? Even that in TL we don't have classes like one standard Holy Trinity kind of system. Yes, you will still need tank, you will need DPS, and you will need healing kind of role, right? In TL we have roles instead of classes, which you are actually picking by choosing different kind of weapons which you are using. The significance of the Party Instant Dungeon is to inherit the party play that was planning intention of the field dungeon while providing a strong challenge with more limited conditions and number of people. Personally, I am pouring in my experience and know-how from creating PC Blade and Soul instance dungeons. So this is a letter from game producer of TL. He was working before on Blade and Soul. Breakthrough section. Okay, let's hear about that. Party instance dungeon is divided into breakthrough section before meeting the boss and boss section where the actual attack takes place. We want every step of the dungeon to be interesting. So rather than having to spend a dungeon breakthrough for a boss battle, I wanted to make the process enjoyable. Okay, that's good. To achieve this, the dungeon design is very simple. Party instance dungeon aims for the fun of classic squad battles. The method is to advance step by step throughout the cooperation of the party by aggro, mez and kill in one shot, but the section is not set to be long. We are adjusting the density and difficulty of the dungeon so that tension does not drop due to meaningless time-consuming patterns. This is good, so they don't want to make a dungeon too long, right? And some kind of meaningless time-consuming patterns, right? And then again, you will need to make some effort. In addition, rather than simply solving problems throughout combat, each dungeon uses a special gimmick to break throughout it like solving a puzzle. Wait a second again. In addition, rather than simply solving problems throughout combat, each dungeon uses a special gimmick to break throughout it like solving a puzzle. The difficulty level is simple enough not to interfere with play, but will provide novel fun throughout to use the world interaction. Okay. Boss section. So after you finish this breakthrough section of the dungeon, you're coming to boss section. The boss section is the highlight of the party instance dungeon. You must overcome a controlled environment with only a total of 6 party members. Highly sophisticated strategic formations are required as the situation is limited. We are looking forward to creating more variables throughout weapon combination, which is the main system of our game. Unlike field bosses that can attack all nearby players, the high difficulty level will provide tension and fun. This will be interesting. So looks like a game producer is giving us big accent on the dungeons, which I like actually. Dungeons are a very important part of any MMORPG, and of course it will be a very important part of Throne and Liberty. Bosses in party instance dungeons are very powerful. Among them, we introduce you to the party instance dungeon boss that will give you a sigh of relief and desire for challenge. Here we have Heliver, Guide of Abyss. Let's see. It's looking good, right? We have seen that. Wow, this is looking good, this boss, right? Sileus, an evil spirit created by dark magic, has turned the ancient catacombs into his own laboratory, the Abyss of Sileus. This place, filled with immortal beings and monsters, was as complicated as a maze, and Sileus gave his power to his servant Heliver, to act as his guide. Heliver became a guide across the abyss, but he was also messenger who led all intruders to death. Here we can see fight against this boss. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is looking really good, right? Come on. So many interesting new information we have get within this new letter from producer, and what I actually really like a lot, we have get lots of art design from the game, right? A different kind of environment, right? You can see here absolutely beautiful regions, and this first picture actually, first and second I would say, right? This is looking so good. Beautiful graphics. Imagine fighting against this monster, right, in the open world. And this one. These are ARCHBOSSES or ARCHBOSSES in TL. So exciting. I have to say exciting things are happening currently. Exciting things are currently happening with TL, because not only regarding this letter from producer, you can see here that confidential technical test is up. And strangely, there are no leaks for now. Yeah, you wouldn't say that. Today is like day number 3 of this confidential technical test, and I have checked everywhere. Believe me when I say that. I have checked everywhere because I'm not playing. I'm living in Croatia, in Europe. I cannot play the game. I cannot play this technical test because it's only for people from United States. So I have checked everywhere. Searching for some kind of leak. No leaks for now. But let's see, right? So NDA is up for this technical test. We will see maybe after this test, after October 3rd, right? This test is up until October 3rd. We'll get some official gameplay footage and information from Amazon Games. And there should be also, that is confirmed, you can see here, another testing phase for everybody, not only for players from United States. So now we need to be patient a little bit. However, that silence, right, it's positive. Silence, it's very positive. I didn't see any kind of ranting. I didn't see any kind of complaining. Okay, there are no any kind of leaks for now, but people would already complain. People would already cry, and they're not crying. Players are not crying, nobody is ranting. That means, guys, that we are good. Check some dedicated videos on my YouTube channel which are explaining what kind of changes are we actually getting with this technical test. Big changes to the game. Really huge changes and positive changes, absolutely right. They have changed combat for the better. Combat is now dynamic. You can actually move. You can actually move while you attack, and also they have completely removed auto combat, auto play, and auto movement from the game. So NCSoft, developers of this game, have listened feedback of players, and they have changed game for the better. And absolutely, this letter from producer with lots of details about the game is another interesting detail and one step forward into direction of release of this game. TL will be released in Korea in December of 2023 and later during 2024 globally. So yeah, stay tuned on my YouTube channel for more information about this game. For this evening, I wanted to share with you my excitement regarding this producer's letter, part 2. Of course, when I see more of new information, I will let you know about that instantly on my YouTube channel. And of course, if I see anything interesting regarding technical test, I will let you know about that. No leaks for now, but maybe somebody will leak something. We will see. If you are watching my live stream, let's go forward live stream. If you are watching this video on my YouTube channel, thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see more of MMORPG content and of course Throne and Liberty content in the future. I'm live streaming every evening about 7 o'clock Central European Time, so join me to see some gameplay and to find out what is happening in MMORPG and PC gaming world. See you soon.